Hello and welcome to day 2 of my 12 days of Christmas projects. In this video, I'll show you how I made some quick primitive gingerbread ornies. I started by tracing the pattern onto a piece of scrap muslin fabric. I'm going to make 3 gingerbread and 1 snowman, so I also traced the hat pattern onto the fabric. Next, I sewed around all the pattern pieces. Once that was complete, I cut around the stitch line and then clipped all the curves. I then cut a small slit through one layer of the fabric and turned the pieces right side out. Next, I stuffed all the pieces except for the hat brim. I then stitched the openings closed. For the hat, I used a running stitch and gathered the opening a bit and then stitched it to the brim. Next, I watered down some paint and then painted all of the pieces. For the gingerbread men, I sprinkled cinnamon over the wet paint. Once the paint was dry, I added a scrap of fabric for the scarf. I didn't have enough black embroidery floss, so to make the eyes, I glued on a few peppercorns. I used small rusty bells for the buttons. For the snowman, I also added a fabric scrap scarf. I made a pencil mark where the eyes, nose, and mouth will be. I then used my last little piece of embroidery floss and made French knots for the eyes and mouth. To make the nose, I poked a hole in the fabric and then glued a small stick into it. Next, I glued the hat on and added some blush on the cheeks. I then added a little cinnamon over the hat and body, and to finish it, I added a couple small rusty bells for the buttons. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this easy project, and I'll see you in the next video.